This is video one. I'm gonna make a few different videos, but video one's gonna be a warm-up video. So this would be the video to do first. You can do this video and then maybe that's it for the day. You just did the warm-up for the day and that's okay. 15 or 20 minutes long. What we can also do is follow this up with the next few videos in this series. So this would be the video one to get everything moving. We're gonna move the spine. So we'll move it front to back, side to side and twist it. We'll get the shoulders warmed up and we'll move the hips. From there, we should be ready to go for the next videos that focus specifically on the spine, the shoulders, and the hips. So video one, your warm-up video. I got a set of blocks. We'll use these blocks. And then I have a blanket. The reason why I have a blanket or a towel is just to protect the knees. We are in our hands and knees a lot in this video series. It's by design. Being in our hands and knees requires core stability, shoulder stability, hip stability. And so it'll allow us to create more mobility and stability just by simply being in our hands and knees. So it's part of the design. I know it's not always comfortable to be in our hands and knees, but over time, it'll get more and more comfortable. So we're gonna start with tabletop, and we're gonna work on our fingers and our wrists to get ready for hands and knees. We'll start out tabletop position. Hands are gonna be underneath the shoulders, and then knees will be underneath the hips, evenly weighted, right? We'll start out by tucking all 10 toes behind us. So get those toes tucked, and then just sit the hips back. And what you're doing here is you're just kind of stretching the bottoms of the feet, stretching the toes. Right? Don't worry about gripping. It's gonna be desire to grip the toes, but try not to grip. Try to just relax as you sit back here. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna look at our hands because we're gonna go into our fingers and our wrists next. So find some space, make sure you can see some mat between your fingers and just shift forward. Keep the toes tucked, but release some of the tension. While we're here, we're just kind of moving side to side. And we're just thinking about all the fingers. Again, we're not gripping, we're trying to relax as we stretch. We're gonna go back to the toes, so leave them tucked. Sit the hips back, maybe a little bit more pressure this time. So what we can do here, you can start to walk those hands a little bit closer to the knees if that feels good. A little bit more tension on those toes. Maybe even walk those hands up. You don't have to sit up, but maybe one day you will sit up. We'll just be here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go back to tabletop, but this time, change angles here so you can see me. We're gonna draw circles. So untuck the toes behind you and just draw big circles around your hands with your shoulders. Just drawing circles. Get about 3 going one direction, and then take it about 3 going the other direction. So just continue to draw those circles. After you finish drawing your circles, we'll come to a tabletop, and then we'll move the spine front to back. So cat-cows. We're gonna tuck the hips, tuck the chin, and then reach the spine up by tucking more. So a big flexion of the spine. If this was a cat-cow, this would be the scared cat or the cat of the cat-cow. The opposite, we'll untuck the chin, untuck the hips, and find extension. Good, let's do that 5 more times. Find flexion by tucking, drive the hips, drive the chin, and then extend by untucking. Untuck the chin, untuck the hips. Good, let's go back and forth 3 more times. Tuck the chin, tuck the hips, push the ground away, back to extension. Cow of the cat-cow. Now we're going into cat, flexion of the spine. 1 more time to extension. Beautiful, back to neutral. Neutral position here. We're just gonna rotate the spine slightly. So left hand stays right where it is. Think about pulling back a bow and arrow. The right elbow reaches up towards the ceiling. Big reach, just open up that hand so you're reaching towards the ceiling, but then also reaching back. Beautiful, set that right hand down. Same thing on the left side. Think that bow and arrow as you pull back. Big reach, twist the spine, reach up and back. Beautiful, set that left hand down. Let's do 2 more on each side. So right hand's gonna reach, elbow first, then reach that hand. Don't just reach up, reach back. Use the left hand to push down as you reach up and back. Beautiful, set the right hand down. Same thing, drive the left elbow. Push that right hand down, stack the shoulders, then reach. Try not to have your palm facing that way. Try to have the back of your hand opening this way. Beautiful, set the left hand down. 1 more on each side, we're gonna pause for 5 seconds. So set yourselves up, stack the shoulders, big reach, palms facing forward, and then extend or reach, and then rotate for 5, 4, I'm reaching behind me, 3, 2, 1, set the left hand down. Last one here, shoot with the right hand down, left hand reaches up, reach, and then behind for 5. Use the right hand for stability, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Set the left hand down. Right shoulder is going to reach for the right hip. Left shoulder's pushing forward. So we're compressing the right side, stretching the left side, and then switch. Come back to center. Left shoulder for left hip. Right shoulder pushes forward. Stretch on the right side. Let's just go back and forth. Right shoulder to right hip, push the left shoulder forward. Left shoulder to left hip, push the right shoulder forward. Good, let's do that 2 more times. We'll go to the right side, left shoulder pushes forward, compress by trying to push that right hip and the right shoulder together. And then take it to the left. Left shoulder for the left hip, which the right shoulder pushes forward. Beautiful, 1 more on each side. Right shoulder to right hip. Left shoulder to left hip. Good. Now we're going to combine that cat-cow, that extension and flexion shape, with this side-to-side shape. It's going to kind of create a gyration of the spine. So look at this. Right shoulder, right hip connect. And then as I come back to center, I'm going to tuck the chin, tuck the hips. And then as I go to the left, I'm going to go back down to that neutral position as I come around into extension. So this kind of creates a gyrating position or gyrating motion of the spine. I'll let you see it from the side here. If I bring the hip together, go into this flex shape, as I come around back to the other side, I go into extension. It's like a gyration of the spine. Now, if it feels really uncoordinated, that's okay. Over time, it'll start to go, just like a dance move. But what we're just kind of thinking about is moving the spine in all the ways possible. Once you get a couple one direction, just switch directions, go the other way. If it doesn't feel like you're able to combine these movements, just think about moving all the joints, all the muscles, all the ligaments in one place. Let's get a couple more. Make it even and just gyrate the spine to open it up and to wake it up. Beautiful. Come back to a tabletop. Right hand's going to shoot the gap. We're going to drop the right shoulder, drop the right ear. Just like we pulled that bow and arrow back earlier, think about reaching that left elbow behind you. Use the back of the right hand to create leverage to open up. If you want to, you can keep that open arm, or you can just drive that elbow behind you. It might even just work to push that left hand down. We're just trying to rotate the spine. Beautiful. Left hand by the nose, come back to tabletop. Then shoot that left arm through. Same thing here. If you want to draw that elbow behind you, you can. If you want to open it up, you can. Some people even like to grab a bind. If you want to grab a bind, this right hand also can just push. We're just trying to rotate the spine. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. So right hand down by the nose. Back to tabletop. Let's go one more time to the right. Shoot that right arm through. Open up. We're going to stretch here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that left hand down. Come back to tabletop. And then shoot that left arm through. Drop the left shoulder, drop the left ear. Elbow reaches behind. Open up whatever feels the most comfortable. There's not a wrong way to do this as long as you find the rotation. 7 more seconds here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand sets down by the nose. Come back to tabletop. Just extend the spine and flex it a couple of times just to kind of reset from that twist. Good. Let's move into the shoulders. We're going to put our elbows right where our hands were. So I'm still in that tabletop position. It's just my elbows are now underneath the shoulders instead of my hands. What I'm going to think about here, reaching my chest between my thumbs. So knees stay right where they are. Just reach forward. You're going to feel a little bit of compression in those shoulders as you reach forward. Elbows stay down on the ground or on the mat as you shift back. You should feel a little stretch in the shoulders. We'll go back and forth 4 more times. So just reach the chest as far forward as you can, and then sit those hips back towards the heels. Good, 3 more. Shift forward, shift back, shift forward, shift back. Good, let's do 2 more. Shift forward and shift back. Last one here. Shift forward, compress, and then shift back. Beautiful. Let's come back into that tabletop position. Now here, we're going to keep our hands right there and just lift those elbows. So their hands should be a little bit further in front. Right hand is going to go in front of that left hand. You can actually set that left elbow back down. We just want that right hand to reach. Now I'm going to sit my right hip back towards my right heel. It's going to give me a big stretch. Think more about pushing that right hip towards the right heel, and we should feel a nice big length on this right side as you sit back. Good, make any movement that you need to, you can kind of shift into it, whatever feels good, but really just opening up through this right side. After a couple of times when you do this, you really start to find how to find the stretch. If we come back to that tabletop position where our elbows are underneath, sit that left hand in front of the right hand. Now you're thinking left hip towards that left heel. Big stretch and reach. Same idea here. Move around, find the tightness, and lean into it. Think about this as more of a warm-up, so don't try to do anything new. We're not trying to save any lives here. We're just trying to open up and stretch. Beautiful. We'll come back to that same tabletop position. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift those elbows again. Look, I shift my hips forward. As I shift forward, I can drop my hips, and it's gonna take my spine into a little bit more extension. Only drop the hips as far as you feel comfortable. We're gonna come back and forth. Next thing you're gonna do is tuck the hips under, tuck the chin. Now look how arched my spine is as I sit my hips back to my heels. So I'm holding the arch here. Now as I shift forward, I'm gonna take that spine into extension, but these shoulders are the fulcrum point as I drop my hips. There's extension. Only drop those hips as far as you feel comfortable, and then push those hips back, tuck everything, tuck the chin to arch the spine. Now when we shift forward, we're trying to drop those hips a little bit lower each time to find extension. Look at these shoulders. I'm gonna bring them behind my ears if I can, and open up that chest. Knees stay on the ground as I shift back and flex. Now, if dropping those hips forward, if this just doesn't feel right, it's too much on the back, you can always step those hands a little bit further forward. That allows a little bit more space to drop the hips. Now, if you stepped your hands forward, that's okay. When you go to shift back, you're just not gonna be able to get those hips all the way back because those arms are gonna find a big stretch, but there's nothing wrong with that. So you can always play with that hand position. Maybe you wanna go closer to create more extension, and that works also. Remember, this is just a warm-up. So move those hands as much as you want to. Make sure you're tucking as you're shifting back. Let's do one more. Shift forward to extension. Good, shoulders are the fulcrum point. They're kind of where everything's pivoting, the shoulders and the knees. And then we'll shift the hips back one last time into that flex position. Good. We're gonna come back to tabletop. This time we're gonna move those hands now back underneath the shoulders. I'm gonna face you this way. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. This is our traditional tabletop. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock out the elbows, right? Elbows are straight. Now, if I were to bend my elbows, I want to bend them so that the elbows come backwards. I don't want my elbows going this way, right? We're not gonna bend them, but I want you to rotate. You see that? Rotate so your elbows are pointing back. Now scapula presses, elbows are locked. Your shoulder blades, we're gonna squeeze them together. Scapulas, like you're pinching a penny between those shoulder blades. Then push away, get as much space as you can between those shoulder blades. So compress, then press away. Let's do that 5 more times. I'll show you from the side here. Rotate, everything's locked out, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then press them away. 1, squeeze, press. 2, squeeze, press. 3, squeeze, press. 4, squeeze, press. 5. Now we're just gonna draw circles. So we're using that same compression. We're gonna squeeze together, but now I'm gonna draw those shoulders down. Think like train wheels, all right? So I'm still getting that big movement of the shoulders, but I'm drawing circles. Again, if this doesn't feel very coordinated over time, it will get better. Switch directions, go 3 or 4 both ways, finding those full rotations in the shoulder. Beautiful, let's go one more big circle. You got it. Beautiful work. Back to a tabletop position. I'm gonna face you for this next one. We're actually gonna sit up. If you wanna grab a block, you can, or you can just sit on your back side. We're just gonna use the shoulders now. So free from any weight in our hands, shoulders stacked over top of the hips. You can always sit on something to make it more comfortable, right? Whatever works for you. Arms out to the side, palms facing down. We're gonna rotate external. When we do this, see how those shoulder blades are flat on the back? Now if we go internal, shoulder blades kind of separate. It's okay. Let's do that. Go back to external. Rotate as much as you can. Palms almost facing behind you. And then take it the other direction. Palms almost facing up towards the ceiling. Let's do it 2 more times. Big roll, extension of the upper back. Roll those shoulder blades flat on the back for external rotation. Then we'll go internal rotation. Beautiful. One more time to external. stay here with the left hand, just the right hand's going to go internal. Look down that left side. So now I'm reaching those hands as far away as possible. Then I'm gonna switch. Left in, right out. Beautiful, switch. My gaze is going always towards the external rotated arm. Let's keep going back and forth. Good, each time rotate and stretch. Get those fingers as far away as possible and continue with this opposite side rotation. Go back to the left one more time. Good, now come back to center just the right. So both hands are both shoulders externally rotated. Pinkies tap 5 times. 1, back to T, 2, back to T, 3, back to T, 4, back to the T. Last one here, 5, back to the T. Good, shake it off. Shoulders should be feeling pretty good. We can move that block if you're sitting on a block or anything you might be sitting on. We'll push it off to the side and then we'll bring those blocks in front of us. Let's move the hips a little bit here. You're gonna go into a lunge position. Set those blocks up. They'll be extensions of our arms, right? Now, if you want to, you can have those hands on the ground, that's not a problem, but we can also use the blocks at their highest height, medium height, or that lowest height, whatever you feel the most comfortable with. I like them to be tall because it likes to keep my spine a little bit longer, but your choice here. Right knee is going forward, but imagine you got a line from that big toe. Don't let that knee come to the inside. Keep that knee on the outside, push it forward. Now you're just gonna shift it straight back. This is kind of our movement right here as we open up. Shifting front to back. Think about the ankle moving through its full range, knee driving as far forward as possible. Beautiful. Now what we'll do is you get your hands on the ground or on the blocks, we'll come upright. So now what we'll do is shift those shoulders so they're over top of the hips. The knee shifts forward. Now lean those shoulders back. You should feel a stretch in this hip flexor. Good. Now the opposite, I'll turn sideways for this one. So we're stretching the hip flexor here. Now we're gonna go after this right side hamstring. I'm gonna shift the hips back. As I do that, I'll find those yoga blocks again. I'm gonna straighten that right knee as much as possible. I should feel a stretch along that back leg. Boom. Shift forward, shoulders back, open up the hip. Then find those blocks or find the ground. Shift the hips back, open up the hamstring. Now I'm thinking about dropping my chest a little bit closer down. Just open up the back here, shifting back and forth. Let's do 3 more. Hip flexor, shoulders back, hamstring, shoulders forward. Hip flexors, shoulders back, hamstring, shoulders forward. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. So when you're ready, bring that right knee next to the left knee and then step the left foot forward. Now remember that knee's to the outside of the big toe. So we're just shifting back and forth, front to back. You got it. Think about the ankle moving as much as possible. Most of this is just for the ankle as we open up. You should feel something opening in the hips as well. Beautiful. Now we'll sit upright, get those shoulders over top of the hips. Knee travels forward, lean the shoulders back. Now we're flexing, or excuse me, extending that right hip flexor, opening up the right hip. Left hamstring is next. So we shift the hips back, straighten that left leg. From the side, we're stretching that left hamstring. Good. Shift forward. Shoulders behind the hips. See, shoulders behind the hips. Then I shift the hips back, shoulders in front of the hips. Let's go back and forth a couple of times. Open up the hip flexor. Open up the hamstring. Beautiful. One more time. Open up the right hip flexor. Hips forward, knee forward, shoulders back. Then shift, hips back. Straighten that front knee for the hamstring. Beautiful work. Set that left leg back. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go side to side. I'm gonna change my angle for you here. Right foot directly out in front of in line with that left knee. So it's not forward, it's not back. From the side angle, it would be here, right? See how that's lined up. Now what we're looking to do is open up the inside of the right leg. We're just shifting back and forth, kind of like what we were doing earlier. Notice as you kind of shift back, you feel some tension in that inside that right leg. As you shift forward, it releases. So we're just shifting back and forth, opening up the inside of that right leg. Now what I want you to do also here, let that right foot go as wide as it wants to. So as you're shifting, you're kind of opening up. Now get to a point where it feels good. We're just warming up here. And then we're gonna sit the hips back towards that left heel. you should feel a stretch. Now what I want you to do, give you another angle here. What I want you to do is untuck the hips first. So if you've already sat back, shift forward again, reset, untuck the hips so you find extension in that lower back. Now shift those hips back. Hold on to that extension. We're gonna stretch back here for 10, 9, 8. You can drop an elbow if it feels good. Blocks are always helpful here too. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Bring that right leg in. I'm just changing angle so you can see me better on the camera. Step that left foot out there. Left foot's way out there. Just start shifting back and forth, nice and easy. Open up the inside of that left leg. You got this. As it opens, you can heel toe it out there. Maybe set your arm down on a block if that feels good. It doesn't have to be on a block, you can put it on the ground. But remember, untuck the hips. So find that extension. Now sit the hips back towards that right foot. Stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, nice and easy. Don't rush it. Bring that left knee in. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our knees together. Show you from the side, the knees are touching. Try to get as much of our legs to touch as possible. What I want you to be careful of, don't shift your hips forward like this and don't shift them backwards like this, right over top of that hip, or over top of the knee, excuse me. And then just take everything to the left, relax into it, feel the stretch. Hang out here for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Shift to the right and take everything over as you dump to the right. Don't shift those hips forward or back. Just let everything sink to the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Last thing we're gonna do here before we get into this video, last bit of warm up, you're gonna lift the right leg as high as you can, right? See how high that heel is? Lift it up, squeeze that butt muscle on the right side. Now lift the knee as high as you can and step that right foot as close as you can to the right hand. Boom. Lift everything straight back up so the heel lifts, the knee lifts. Stay as high as you can as you come back around. Now we're gonna do 4 more. They're not easy with our last bit of warm up here. So right heel lifts, right knee lifts, step over the dog gate. Keep that knee and that foot as high as you can as you come as close as you can to that right pinky, tap, and then lift the knee, lift the foot as high as you can as you come back around. As soon as that right knee lands, lift that heel, squeeze the butt muscle, lift that right knee as high as possible, step over the gate, tap and return, lift the ankle, lift the heel, straight up, back, and around. 2 more, you got this. Right heel lifts, stay as high as you can, stay tall, tap, and return. Foot is high, knee is high. Set that right foot down, shoot that right heel down. Left side here. Left heel lifts, squeeze the left butt muscle, lift that left knee as high as you can, step over the gate, tap, and return all the way back around. Left heel lifts, left knee lifts. Stay tall, step over the gate, tap, return. You got this. 3 more. Left heel, left knee as high as you can. Stay tall, tap, lift, and return. 2 more. Left heel reaches high, left knee reaches high. Step over the dog gate, tap, lift everything straight up, and return. Last one here, left heel lifts, left knee lifts, step over the gate, tap, and return. Beautiful, knees together. Shift those hips side to side. We'll see you in the next video.